Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Amber Moore, and you're watching Real Boys Talk. And this episode is about image. As many of you know, we have a series that's going on that covers, uh, when it comes to Real Boys Talk, it's a series of unpacking your parachute. We started out with an intro, we did health. We had Demetria Franklin on that was telling us about how to make sure that we keep our bodies very healthy and the myths that we've all heard and things that we believe that aren't really true, right? So we're going to go ahead and start some things today. Make sure that we get a couple of things going. I got to do a little housekeeping real quick. Forgive me for what I'm about to do. So here we go. So, welcome to Real Boys Talk. We are going to have a conversation, and I'm actually going to talk to you about image. Today, image is a major thing, especially for studs, because right now we are working very hard to be more seen. And the way we're presented has to be a certain type of way. It has to be dictated that it's our narrative. It has to be from us, especially when it comes to African Americans. This is too much light for me. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm kind of woo, there we go. Um, so what we're looking at right now is when I talk about image, I'm looking at the fact of not just your outer, but your inside tells something as well when you're out there. So if you aren't wearing the right things, it's gonna show. There's this ongoing kind of like joke that films have been saying about studs is that we have one sports bra. They always see that one black with the Nike swoop, sports bra. It's not true because many of us are like, our girlfriends or our wives or people that we've had in our past. We like to have nice things as well. So of course, that's an inside thing that affects the outside. Okay, not just so much that we keep our body healthy, having good skin, taking care of your skin. A lot of us look like we ain't had lotion since lotion had lotion, and that's not good. It's not healthy for your skin. So you do have to always look at those things as well, in the fact of what exactly is my image saying about me. Because think about it, you can't go into certain places with a certain image and think that you're going to get a certain and a particular reaction. Let me give you an example. If you're going in for a job interview and you are not dressed business attire, whatever that business attire is, there's less likely they're going to hire you or even give you the opportunity to be heard, right? So when I say that, but you must also know, as a masculine identified, I myself have had these issues where I've literally gone to an interview, suit, well tailored, nice tie, nice crispy shirt, nice dress shoes, the whole nine. It is male, from the male side of the fashion. Okay. But I've gone and I've had doors. Of course, doors are going to close because my name being Amber Moore, who are you looking for? You're looking for probably a 5'2", 5'5" white female with blonde hair, blue eyes. And when you call my name, I step out and I'm very masculine. That means that I have to recognize that my image, what I think, I go, oh, I like this image that I project. That also has to be understood that they might not like that image. They might not be comfortable in that image. And not that you are to change. Let me make sure you understand what I'm saying. Not that you change who you are and your image when you're going to do something for someone else. Never change what your image is for someone else. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is recognize that when you're going, especially when it comes to a job, you're going into their environment. And yes, you're presenting you. So you must understand that you're going to close some doors. So that means you, as we all know, as African Americans, we've been told this all our lives. If you want half of what they got, you got to work 20 times harder. Well, guess what? Now that you're not just a you're black, you're a female, and you're masculine identified. Now you must work 50 to 65 times harder to make sure that when you bring the image, you bring the noise behind it. Okay. So what I mean by that also means that know your stuff. Your image is based off of also what comes out your mouth. They have said, studies have proven this, and I totally believe it because I do it as well, is People who use cuss words or profanity are highly intelligent. I believe that. Plus, we're less likely to live with a lot of stress. You know why? Because we're willing to say what the fuck we want to say. There you go. Now, also, you must understand there's a place and time for that, correct? I'm not going to sit here when I'm trying to get a job with the CEO or someone of that nature and steadily cussing. No, but I will articulate my point of what I'm trying to say so that he or she understands. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But also remember that's part of your image. Image is also not just, like I said, not what you're putting on that I see, but it's what you're putting on underneath. Right. So let's make sure, guys, that we go get those sports bras, spend a little change on your underwear. If you are one of those people, and I'm going to say this, a lot of, and it's strange to me, very strange to me, because I have not ever witnessed. I grew up with women. My mother's a woman, my granny. These are the women who taught me how to be a woman. Okay, when it comes to that time of the month, briefs are not going to work for you. Do what you have to do. You are still a woman. I don't know how much we have to say that. There are no rules. Let me go ahead and put this out there. There are no rules to being a stud. There's no rules to being a masculine identified gay female. None whatsoever. What rules we do have is, one, take care of that feminine body. Because if you don't take care of this body, this is the only body you get. If you don't take care of it, it will break down. Okay? It will definitely break down on you. And that's something that you don't want. Okay. You do not want that kind of, you don't want your body to be unhealthy, because if your body's unhealthy, your image is not going to be seen. Okay. Let's just be real about it. If you are overweight, now let me say this. If you're heavy and you need to still be working. What I mean by that is you need to be walking, you need to be drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're not hydrated. It's nothing wrong. If you're happy with your frame and your weight size, who am I to say anything different? Nope. But what I will tell you is that you can eliminate some of these health distresses that you might be encountering if we were to trim some of the weight. It's okay to be a thick teddy bear. Let me just say that right now. I got some weight on me right now that I got to get rid of. Okay. So I understand that. Okay. You do not want that kind of, you don't want your body to be unhealthy, because if your body's unhealthy, your image is not going to be seen. Okay. Let's just be real about it. If you are overweight, now let me say this. If you're heavy and you need to still be working. What I mean by that is you need to be walking, you need to be drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're not hydrated. It's nothing wrong. If you're happy with your frame and your weight size, who am I to say anything different? Nope. But what I will tell you is that you can eliminate some of these health distresses that you might be encountering if we were to trim some of the weight. It's okay to be a thick teddy bear. Let me just say that right now. I got some weight on me right now that I got to get rid of. Okay. So I understand that. All right. Give me one moment, guys. So as I was saying, it's okay if you're a big person. Hey, I'm not gonna knock, but what I am gonna ask you to do is several things. If you have weight on you, take an assessment. Is it harder for you to put your shoes and socks on? Is it harder for you to be active? Is it harder for you to breathe? All of these things you can change. Any of those things just like that. Start walking. Change, and that will change your image. That will change your attitude. That will change how you see yourself. A lot of us are suffering right now with depression. Let's be real. Depression affects your image. Okay. I might not like my job, but I go to it. I do the job. I get the pay. I come home. I'm pissed. I'm depressed. I'm not happy. I might not be happy with my relationship. I'm in it. I've been in it for so long. I'm going to stay in it. Those are things that we have to look at that affect also our mental, our physical health, and the image. Okay. An image that you tell the world who you are with your image. Your image, when you walk in a room, your image has just told me who you are, what you're willing to deal with, what you're not willing to deal with, what you can deal with, and what you're not able to deal with. Okay. If I walk in there with, uh, I don't know, if I walk in and my image, I'm only 5'1". So if I walk in there with all this, a lot of checkerboard on and a lot of different colors and all that, I get shorter and shorter. Okay. If I walk with if I have stripes, that's a length. That's giving me length. That's giving me height. Understand that if as a short person, I really shouldn't wear vests. I love vests. Okay. I love them. But as a short person, I have to be very careful how I wear it. Plus, also, I'm a little heavy top right now. And what I mean by for me, that means I've gained I put some weight on because I kind of lost a little bit of the heaviness. Because as we lose weight, please understand your chest, your boobs, your breast will lose weight with you as well. So now I got a little bit of breast, a little bit more breast than I had, and I got a little stomach. My COVIDness, I've been fighting it for 2 years, and now it showed up and beat my ass. So now I got to get back in the gym and get back working out, which is what I'm doing. It is nothing wrong with you walking every day. Be healthy. It's okay to be big, but be healthy if you're going to be big. That way, when you wear your clothes, here's another thing. You can be depressed and put on an outfit, and that outfit looks so good on you. You be like, oh, I'm feeling this. I look good. Shit, let me dust me off a little bit. And you feel good. It will bring you out of that. That is part of what is your image. What are you trying to say? When we unpacked our parachute, which you're supposed to do at the end of every year, and then we start looking at what we're missing and what we need to put back in. And what we're missing dictates, like if we're missing some things, you can always, especially with image, change your image. I did. Let me tell you what I did before. When COVID hit in 2020, I cleaned out my closet. I had jeans, I had pants, I had shirts. They were big, too big. They were, all this. I said, I'm not wearing this. I'm gonna get down to where I can wear a large, and I'm gonna wear this large, and I'm gonna be able to wear certain size pants, and I'm gonna wear this, and I'm gonna get this. And I changed my whole wardrobe in terms of the size. Because I was like, I don't want no big clothes because I'm not going to be a big person no more. I'm going to lose this weight. And I did that. Bought some new stuff now to put a little bit of weight on. Now I got to go back and because I stopped, got lazy because it happens. We get lazy. I'm like, okay, I started doing a lot more stuff, but I wasn't still keeping my workout regimen and still going and doing what I had to do in terms of the cast show that I'm on, reality show Women in the Life Atlanta, that doing those, I'm ripping and running doing that, but I wasn't still keeping that regimen of working out. Okay. And even when I got on with Stud Model, I've had to come back and look at some things and realize, oh, wait a minute, I got to keep that image up because I want to look a certain way when I take my photos. That's what I'm working on now. So I will be back out there again come end of February because I'm doing my thing. Image is you looking at your wardrobe. I decided so I'm gonna give this to Sebastian. If you know who Sebastian Smith, amazing young man. He is very much the transgender health professional. Okay, that is what he does. Well, over Pride, I saw this outfit he had on. It was the green jacket with a black t-shirt underneath, and he had the green and black plaid pants, and them shoes was like killing me. And I said, "Can I steal that outfit? I loved that look." And he was like, "No, go ahead." He goes, go ahead, you can steal." Oh, okay. And what I ended up doing was I didn't actually steal that particular them colors. Nope. But what I did do was I went and got those pants. I like those kind of pants, that what I call golf pants. I love those. So I went and I said, I'm gonna add that to my wardrobe because I am your traditional person. For me, my image is very plain, very classic, very clean. I will put on a pair of khakis, a button down, and I'm good to go. And some nice dress shoes. I decided, no, I want to step out there a little bit more. I've looked at some things. There's some shoes that I'm about to go kind of tap on a little bit. But those are things that you look at. So as I go through this whole process with you all, I also want you to know that I am going to talk about cologne, jewelry. I'm going to talk about sunglasses. I'm going to talk about hats. I'm going to talk about accessories on your image. But please understand, image is what I want to say to the world. What I want to say to the world? Me, I'm letting you know I'm fun size, I'm sexy, I'm clean, and I have confidence. I'm going to give you that. When I go somewhere, I'm going to give you that. I might not open my mouth because I am shy. That's the other thing. And people don't realize that. People who know me go, you cannot be shy. Yes, yes, I am. I am a shy person. I have to make sure that I give you a good image, right? And that my image does speak for me. And when I feel like I'm gonna give you colors. I love colors. I love to match my hat. As you can see, my shirt, I've pulled out that orange, put it on. And I'm right now I have on some sweatpants. So because I'm at home, I'm casual. If I was out, I might have on some jeans and a pair of Timbs. That I'm gonna give you because that's a casual look and it's clean. I mean, you can't fuck that up, right? The other thing I'm gonna let you know about your image is dental care, skin care, eye care, hearing care. Those things you need to make sure you're always working on because image is all about that. Okay. If it's something that you can correct in terms of teeth, like for example, Smile Club, I actually am one of those people. I am a customer of Smile Club. I wore braces from I think from the time I was 10 until I was like 13. And then as I got older, my gap started opening up so much more. Well, I'm still working on it, as you can see, and I'm still working on down here. So, but I went to when COVID hit, COVID allowed me to sit down and realize I don't need to reinvent myself anymore. But what I do need to do is look at the tools that I have, right? And when you start looking at the tools that you have around you, you start realizing, oh, wait a minute, I don't need to reinvent myself. I need to use what I got to get what I want, but in a different way, in a better way. So I started looking at it and I said, I want to start my goal as COVID hit and I had to reassess and look at myself. It was, what do I want? What does my future look like? My image, what image am I trying to put out there? I want to be a speaker. I want to talk more. I want to share more knowledge. I want to give people food for thought. I want to teach them something. I want to give what people have given to me, I want to give to you. And that let me know, wait a minute, if I'm going to talk about it, guess what? You do have to be about it, right? So that means I got to make sure my haircut is on point. The reason, I mean, or, for real, when you think about that. If you got locks, make sure your locks look good all the time. You want people to say, damn, that such and such always had their locks on point. You want them to say, damn, such and such always had that fresh haircut. Every time I see her cut be clean as a button. Those are things that about your image people will recognize. It's the little things. It ain't that you wearing Gucci. No, it's not, and I'm gonna say this, name brand doesn't always be your image. Name brand is not always going to be your image. I'm gonna say it again. Name brand is not always gonna be your image. A lot of times you can take a simple outfit, the inexpensive outfit, and make it look like $1 million with the accessories that you put with it. We'll talk about that. Also, you got to look at some things. It's always, what is this saying about me to them? When I walk out and I have on a bunch of white and it doesn't look right on me because it's either too big, okay, or it's too tight, I have to be mindful of that. Don't wear these medium-sized shirts when you need to be in a large or extra large, guys. Come on. Be comfortable. Don't be tight in the clothes. We see that. Then if I see that, it don't matter that you got on a Gucci nothing. It's not going to even matter if you wearing Versace underwear. No one cares. Now, if you do it because that's your thing, that's your money. But when it comes down to it, a lot of times you're not wearing the right size, or you're not wearing it right will affect the image and what you're trying to say about yourself. You want to make sure. Let me tell you something else. And this is something I've heard films, this is stuff I'm hearing from films, okay? This is what I'm hearing from films. Films are saying, one, these studs only got one sports bra. These studs ain't got no, they wearing the same underwear for the same, all week. They ain't got but 3 pairs. These studs don't bathe enough. They don't take a bath. They don't wash enough. They don't realize they girls. We are still women. Okay. We need to make sure that we are we need to make sure that we are taking care of that feminine body. Because I'm going to be real with you. You do not take care of your feminine body, you cannot be masculine identified. Because your body is going to break down. You're going to have eczema. You're going to have bad skin. You're going to be smell. That's a big thing. That was the other thing these films talk about. These studs be out here, they just be stinking. They be smelling bad. I'm going to tell you some tricks about that as well when we talk about cologne and accessories. But understand everything that, like, and I'm going to be real with you. Some of these body washes are not for you. Okay. Irish Spring, old, what's that called? Old Spice. All of that is not always for us. And us, I mean masculine identified. Yeah, you want to go down the aisle and you don't want to be the perfume, you don't get the perfume stuff. That's fine. Sometimes the simplest shit, you just want to make sure your ass is clean. Let's just be real, okay? And you got to be mindful that it will break you out. Some of these things that we think are what we need in our life are not those things. Okay. But be mindful of the body wash that you use because you want to always smell good. I'm like this. I don't know nobody around me that does not wash a minimum of at least twice a day. Majority of my friends and my bros and the women, feminine women, straight women, the gay women, the masculine women, they at least washing twice a day because they go to the gym, they go work out, they go work out after work or, that kind of thing, or before work, whatever it is. They have to. Ain't nobody going to the gym and then going straight to work. No. And if you doing it, stop. Get you, and my uncle used to call it a hoe bag. Get you a hoe bag, put it in your car. It should have in there a pair of underwear, a t-shirt, an extra sports bra, some deodorant, a toothbrush, toothpaste. It should have a brush to brush your hair. If you don't have locks, you got shortcut, you need to have a brush in there. If you wear contacts, it needs to have a contact case and some solution. You need to have an extra pair of glasses in there just in case. If you decide to take contacts out, you got glasses. You should have lotion in that bad boy. You should have facial lotion and facial cream, 2 different things, people. That you don't always put the lotion. You put the lotion on the body, don't mean you might use that same stuff on your face. Then again, you might find something else that you'd rather use on your face. That is me. We're gonna talk about that later on in the episode. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that your personal hygiene is also your image. It dictates your image. If you walk into a room and you funky, I don't care what you got on. You could be clean. Your shit could be, that could be the best outfit you have ever worn. But if you are funky, you didn't wash your ass, it does not matter because you are a woman. You are still a woman. And from the waist down, we still have to make sure that that is taken care of. Now, I don't know about the honey pot, but if that's something you think you need in your life, by all means, it don't make you less of a stud for you to do those things. Do what you need to do. Get you your own little regimen. Get you your own little routine, skincare routine. Get you one. I've got one. All right. I've got one. If you feel like you need to do a little whitening in the teeth, which I am actually going to be doing pretty soon, I do want to look into that. Then by all means, do that. I drink a lot of coffee. That's why I say that. If you smoke, here's another thing. If you smoke, I don't know many people smoke cigarettes no more, but if you're smoking uh, herbal substances, okay, if you're smoking cannabis, whether legal or not legal, that ain't my business. But if you're smoking cannabis, be mindful of your lips. Because from my understanding, it changes the colors. It'll make you have dark lips. That's how people know that you smoke. You should also never smell like what you're smoking, ladies. No. You should be, if you are a good smoker, you should be able to smoke what you smoke and nobody know it. Okay. And what I mean by that is you can't smell it on me. I'm not stuck in my house. I'm not hotboxing in my car trying to let you smell me, because that is a no. That is part of executing your image. If you look professional, but yet you walk in and I don't smell nothing but the weed, X, ain't nothing else you can say to me. I have gotten on the bus in the morning, riding MARTA here in Atlanta. Excuse me, my nose itching. I have gotten on the bus in Atlanta, okay, headed to wherever I was going, and the whole bus smelled like weed. I am so appalled because where I'm going, that is not what I need to smell like. Okay. I might be going to the rush center. I might be going to an appointment to meet somebody, talk to them about a check, them writing the donation to Real Boys Talk or to Atlanta Black Pride, or I'm going to a sponsorship meeting, or I'm going to sit with the city, or I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't need to smell like weed. Everybody on that bus that day smelled like weed. And I know people were like, they get to work and be like, it wasn't me. I was on the bus. And that's a sad thing. So think about that when you are projecting your image. Okay. A good thing, and people that I know have excellent understanding of image, are drag kings. In Atlanta, I don't know where you are, those of you who are watching this, but in Atlanta, our drag kings are on point. Being a former drag king, I was brought up with the knowledge. First of all, I had some of that knowledge already, but when I got into the family that I got with, I got some more. I got additional training. Okay, I got what you don't do, what you do, how you bring it. And it was always, we need to see your clothes. It was always, make sure your stuff iron, make sure your stuff is separate, make sure your stuff is in. I had, I would buy tennis shoes. I would buy white tennis shoes because I like white tennis shoes. I would buy one pair to perform in and one that I could wear anywhere and do whatever. And that's how it stays. So I always had this white pair of tennis shoes. That's what you want to do. If that's what you need to do, because you're like, hey, I really want to make sure that when I step out, I'm stepping out on this clean. Get you some tennis shoe cleaner. Okay. Take care of the things that you're getting. That is one of the ways that you will recognize, or let me say, that you will be able to build on your image. Okay. A lot of people, when they join fraternities or sororities, those kind of the Greek environment, you're going to learn about those things as well, in terms of how to dress, how to bring that noise, how to put that image out there, because each fraternity, each sorority has their own image, and that image is important, right? My fraternity has an image. I know a lot of these fraternities have images, right? Another thing, don't be like, right now, lips, they dry. Put the moisture on them. Don't hesitate. You know, ain't nothing wrong with this. I just want you all to understand that they're the little bitty things, earrings. If you got holes in your ears, make sure you wear your earrings. It's not a problem with that. If you putting what they call it, gates in them, I know that's probably not the right word. Or you're extending the hole, making it larger. By all means, rock who you are. That is the most important thing that I think people need to understand when it comes to image. And right now, I know that there is an argument happening between the older studs and the younger studs. Older studs saying what you can't do. There's nothing. There's no rules to this game, people. The only rule is be clean about it. Be healthy about it. Be confident in what you want your image to be when you walk out the door. Because as you know, your mom and dad have said it, because I know my mom and dad have said it. When you walk out that door, you representing me. That's what you want to always remember. Is that when I walk out the door, who did I leave behind? Who's watching me? Who am I representing? For me, I represent so many. So I have to remember I can't show out everywhere I want to show out. I might want to act a fool. I can't always act a fool. There's a place and time for everything. And sometimes I have to give you the very most professional side of me when I don't want to. Okay. And that's part of the image that I've built. That's part of the image that I sustain, and it is me. Okay. I know when to act the fool. I know when to have a good time. I know when to shoot the shit and talk all kinds of, and I'll tell you guys, like I talk mad shit. If you know me, you know what's bullshit and what's not. And that's how it is. But just remember this, okay? And we're gonna go on. The next thing that I'm gonna talk about is gonna be skincare. Okay, so you get ready for the skincare episode, and I want you to understand image, having a healthy mind, okay, having a healthy body, all right, unpacking the bullshit. Remember, some of the shit that you had from last year is not your shit. Get it out now. Get it out your bag. Get out your parachute now. So when you pack your shit for 2022, we're looking at the image, because what you put in that bag is what's going to show on the image. So if you got somebody else's shit in that bag, you're going to be pretending to be somebody you're not. Or it's going to weigh you down, and you're not going to be able to exude who you are. That's not what we want. We want you to be able to stand proud. We want you to be able to show your image. All right. Let's go talk about skincare. All right. Okay, so let's get into the skincare part of this. Again, these are products that I use. I'll tell you why I use them. I'll tell you what they do for me, and I'll tell you how often I do certain things. Okay, so let's look at number one. I use 2 washcloths, one for my body, one for my face. If you know, you know. If you don't know why you should have 2 washcloths, let me say this. You need to have first of all, let's talk about why we need a washcloth. You need a washcloth because when washing the body and or the face, okay, when you're using a washcloth, you are getting off the excess dirt and you're getting off the dead skins. If you're using soap in your hand and you're rubbing it on your body and you're letting the water pour on you, you are not washing your body properly. Okay, and if that is what you're doing, please stop. Go to Walmart. They have packs like this for like $4, $2. If you cannot afford any of that, Dollar Tree, $1.25 now. You can get $1.25, and if you can't, please borrow from someone. 2 washcloths. We need one for our face, one for our body. Now, my granny had always professed to use a white washcloth on her face or on your face when you wash. I don't actually know why, but if you know why, please let me know in the comments of this video. I actually don't know why. I just do it because my granny said, hey, this is what we do, and that's what we do. So I'm going to start off by the one thing that I do have that I'm going to do today is with Clean and Clear. It is called a lemon zest scrub. It has got the little micro beads, and we're gonna start with that. That is one of the things that I do. I do things very differently than most people, so please note, you got to find your own rhythm, your own way of doing things. Put a little bit in my hand, and it smells amazing. I love the smell of it. And I just start putting it on. As you can see, it starts foaming up, so it doesn't take a whole lot. That's the other thing. It does not take a lot to do this. To get this going. I know the first time I did it, I had a whole bunch and it went all in my eyeballs and it was killing me, and so I'm hoping, we're going to hope that I don't do that again today and have to go take a break or pause and come back because I decided to do a little bit too much. Now, for me, just so that you all know, I used to have, most people have an oil T-zone, okay? It's usually up here and down right here. Let me turn this way. Right here, right? And then they have this part. So for me, when I was younger, this used to be super oily, this was oily, and then this was really oily. Now, I'm older, it's not even like that anymore. Alright? I bought one of these. Yes, it's pink, do not judge. And I usually put it on and I do this, and it makes it soap up a little bit more so that I can make sure that I'm also getting a little bit of a scrub in. As you can tell, it's slowly. For me, it doesn't matter if it gets in my hair. I do not make a big deal about that. Now, if you're one of those people that don't want it in your hair, then I totally understand your whole, your deal. And you got to do this. I'm showing you what I do. Once again, this is what I do. No, I'm not being endorsed by these products that I'm going to be showing you today. I happen to just like these products. So if you know me, you know I will tell you what I do, and you can decide how you want to run yours, okay? Again, I try to make sure I scrub that nose area, because in here I will start to peel, literally, and it is, a lot of it is due because of stress. Okay, I happen to not be, my body does not recognize good or bad stress. It just goes, she's stressed, and I will break out in a heartbeat. It can be over great things that have happened, and it is one of those things for me. I will break out over things that happened last week, and I'll break out this week. Again, with the washcloth, I will definitely take the washcloth, do an extra little rub, okay, to make, my face was dirty today. To make sure, no, I will not be showing you my dirty face. It is one of those things that, I just will break out, and it can be great stuff, because like last week I had great information, great news came my way, great things are happening for me, nothing bad, but all of a sudden at the beginning of the week, as you can see, I just, like, all of this got like scaly, itchy, all this broke out, and it breaks out not like acne, it breaks out like chunks of dead skin. It's the most bizarre thing. Now what I do is I will do this every other day, okay? And then I will use what I also, if a lot of us as studs don't use, like, say, Bath and Body Works products or Victoria's Secret products, I'll tell you several things about that. It's wonderful for the ladies, do what you do, films. But for us, we don't want that girly smell. So a lot of times we will, let me pause. So as I was saying, I use a product that doesn't have a smell, because a lot of studs don't want that fruity smell. We don't really want to smell like amber and champagne or strawberries and cream. We want you to smell like it, but we don't want to smell like it. So I don't really want to use those products. So I found it, and it actually is a men's product, but I have found that because it doesn't have, it's not harsh, it's not heavy, and it doesn't have any perfume smell. It's called Lumin, Lumin. Excellent products. And I've been getting, I get an exfoliating scrub. This is the charcoal cleanser, which I absolutely like. You put a little bit, wet your finger, put a little bit on there, and it does exactly what the lemon does, but it doesn't tingle. Like the lemon's gonna tingle a little bit to let you know it's kind of work, because it's got those micro beads in it, which I love. But this cleanser, I will use this the days that I do not do the lemon, which is every other day. So these two I alternate on a more regular basis. And you have to remember, your body and pH changes a lot often depending on what you're eating, how you feel, if you're stressed, if you're healthy, if you're not healthy. All those things play a role in how your skin will react to certain things. And we're going to talk about that when it comes to colognes. I got something for you guys. So when it comes to moisturizing my face, which as I just mentioned is a major thing for me, I use several different things. Not all at one time, but I will try them depending on where I am in terms of the dryness of my skin. For example, with the lemon zest, I know for a fact that I need to put a heavy oil on. So I have found this gentleman who has product called, his company is called Mia's Moisturizers. I met him at Atlanta Pride couple of years ago, and this was when you could like literally peel the skin off my forehead. I was so dry and I was breaking out. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and he gave me his shea butter and this kind of body butter, and I loved it. Well, I ended up buying a different body butter this time. I got the vanilla oatmeal, which I love the smell of it. It's not girly at all. It's pretty sexy, if you ask me. I'm smelling pretty good. So I actually use it. I will put it on my face, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. Let me get glasses off again. So what I end up doing is take just a little bit. It's not even that much. I don't think it's that much. You might think it's a lot, but I don't think it's that much. Put it in your hand, and then I'm all over the face. And I really make sure that I get in here, because like I said, it dries up immediately. Now this will keep me moisturized on a work day. Okay, and what I mean by that is by 5 o'clock, my face is now dry. 8 o'clock, I can put it on, wash my face, do all that stuff, go to work, and go into the office, whatever, and I'm good until 5 o'clock. Now, I have sometimes where I will use the Lumen moisturizer, which is a really nice balm. Now let me get it open. It has a crispy, clean type of fresh kind of smell, so it's a little different. Now this, excuse me, I will use right after I've done this. And this is not something that lasts in terms of moisturizing on a long term for me, but it is great for that temporary. So if you got like just regular kind of skin, it's nothing like you don't have any areas that are like super dry or super oily. It's not oily. That's the other thing. It's moisturizing enough that it works with these two. Of course, because they are the same company, they work together very well. So that's that. Now, I will do every like 3 days or once a week kind of thing, I will do a sugar scrub. This is by a company called Sweet Scrubs. You can find them on Etsy. They are amazing. I will put this on when I am super stressed and I need to get all the dead skin off my face. I will do this, which is usually once a week. And it just all depends when it is. I know for today it's Sunday, but it doesn't matter what the day is. It all depends on what's happening in terms of the effects of my skin. So if I am really like scaly and peely and I have lots of dead skin, then I will do this. Once I do this, I put it on my skin, I scrub it, and then when I wash it off with warm water, and that's the other thing I'm going to tell you about water as well. Let's talk about that in just a moment. Once I rub off that sugar scrub, I have a really nice, it's not too oily, but it is just enough to give me what I need to replenish my skin back, okay? It's not heavy. I still will put on later. I'll put on a moisturizer as well. Now, I will do this as well once a month. Do the black charcoal mask, guys. But this pulls out any like impurities you have, like blackheads, whiteheads, any kind of stuff that's clogging up your pores, that kind of thing, before it gets too bad. It's a great thing to do. I do this like once a month, okay? And you put it on and you peel it off. Now, I just picked any company. I just happened to be getting my hair cut, went into the beauty supply store and picked it up. If you have a better product, please, by all means, let me know what it is. If you are if you have your own business and you've created any of these type of products, please let me know. I am more than willing to purchase and try. Okay? Now, as I mentioned to you about stress, for me, stress is a big thing for me. So my body doesn't know what's good and what's bad in terms of stress, so it will react to it no matter what. So I ended up breaking out like about maybe a month ago up here my shoulders, okay, really bad. It itches. It was a hot mess. And so I was itching it, trying not to itch, and I was doing the patching. And I met Jay with Stud Model Project. Jay has a company called rawblendbyjay.com. Go visit the site. She does soap, she does moisturizer, she does body butter, she does amazing stuff. She gave me this. She said this will help me, and it does. It is called Hydro Burr, B-U-R-R, Burr. And it is, I've been using it, and it does. I use it in the morning, and I use it twice a day. I use it in the morning and I use it at night. And it has really cut down on the discoloration of pigment. And the itch is not as, it actually has gotten rid of the itch for me. So now I'm just trying to get the the discoloration under control. Every once in a while it'll flare up, but that just means that I'm going through being stressed out. Or if I've had I'll tell you this, if I work, because I'm starting to get back into working out, because I put a little bit of that COVID weight on, because y'all make me go back in the house. Yeah, I'm kind of upset about that. So I have a little bit of some weight I gotta lose. I gotta lose about 20, 35 pounds. Somewhere there, 20, 25, 30 pounds. And I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. Well, because of that, I sweat, and I sweat bad, if you know me. And so it'll get irritated right in here really bad. So I do try to use this as much as possible. Again, this is called the company is rawblendbyjay.com. Go see her site. And this product is called Hydro Burr, B-U-R-R. All right, those are my products that I have. Really quick about deodorant. We cannot, a lot of us, okay, as masculines need to also remember, what are we? We are women. Now, I'm not saying go and buy Secret or anything like that, but you need to find yourself a deodorant. And for me, I change my deodorant every 3 months. Change the deodorant every 3 months. Why do I do that? Because my pH will get used to it. It won't work anymore. And it's best to do that because 9 times out of 10, your body is changing as well. We are women. Unlike men, our pH, our balances, our hormones are always moving, always up and down. So as you get older, it's still that way. It is still that way. Okay, so we got to take those into consideration. So that's why I say, and you need to get you a non-perfumed soap. There are a couple of companies that I've actually tried stuff out, not bad. I just basic soaps. I'll get a body wash. That's fine. I will get a men's body wash because sometimes I just want to, especially in the summertime because I work in my yard, I'm working out more, and I sweat a lot more. So I will get a heavier, what I consider to be a heavier soap. But if you're not doing those things and you just are basic, just get you some Dove, get you some Ivory, get what you know for a fact works. And when it comes to deodorants, let me just say this. I know that people talk about they aunties and they grandmamas got tussie. Some of y'all need that. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but some of y'all need the tussie in your life. Cause I listen to these films and they be talking about how we be funky. We got to stop that. We can't be walking around here funky, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Another thing that I use when on a really, like I said, when I do some regimens about my, on me and on this head, which is also dry, and I will flake in a heartbeat. So I will get coconut oil, not coconut oil that I bought that's in the hair department. Nope. Coconut oil in the baking department, where you cook with. I will get that, get a spoon, get some of that, and I will put it in my hand, let it melt down, which is what I did earlier today. I did a whole body of that. I took a shower. When I got out the shower, one of my bros air dries. And I used to think that was the funniest thing because you have to tell her 45 to 30, an hour before we have to be somewhere. She has to start an hour before any of us do because she air dries, which I think is really great. And now I understand. I totally understand it now that I've been around her so long that I find myself air drying. I'm not a total air dryer like she is. I'm a partial air dryer, so I do kind of pat and then I'll okay, let me see what else is going on. With that, I will do like I did today. Once a week, I take that coconut oil and I put it in my hand and it goes from head all the way down to my feet. And I don't know, my granny used to tell me, and some of these, I'm going to tell you what these films be talking about, guys. These films be talking about how we be having rusty, crusty feet. Their feet be all hard and all this. And some of us don't get pedicures. Why? We can do that. What's wrong with it? Make sure your hands, I know my hand right now, I got a hangnail, but make sure your hands and your feet look good. That's part of your image. You feel me? That's part of you having this amazing image, okay? Okay, so another thing we got to look at, that ladies also look at, this part of your image is your breath, your teeth. I used to wear braces when I was younger, and I did not wear my retainer like I was supposed to. So that's why I have a gap. Now my gap before COVID was much, much larger. I went and got Smile Club. It's an investment. Think about every time you do something, you are investing in your image. You are investing in healthy body. You're investing in healthy mind. You're investing in healthiness overall, okay? So you want to make sure that you take care of everything. That's what I'm talking about, like teeth. I hate the dentist. I'm not going to lie. I hate them. Hate them with a passion. I have a deathly fear of dentists. But what I will do is I make sure I brush. I make sure I do my yearly cleanings. I make sure that I cleanse my teeth. I'm about to do a whitener series of things because I'm trying to keep my teeth white and they're not quite where I want them to be. I still got to wear my Smile Club pieces. I'm on week 11. I've been stuck on week 10 for almost a year now because Again, hard head make a soft ass, and I don't always do what I'm supposed to do. I try to make sure that I give that information to you guys, and I try to live by it as well, but I'm human. I make mistakes, and I also have moments where I will relapse and go do something else. Shiny objects, that's all I can tell y'all. I believe I'm adult ADDH, but that's okay, because I get shit done eventually. How it happens, right? Make sure, if you don't remember nothing else, put some breath mints in your pocket. Them old little peppermints that your granny used to have in her purse. Put a couple in your pocket. Make sure you always buy some. Get you some gum. Make sure you got breath spray. Do all of those things, because that is what I cannot. Please understand, I'm not kidding when I tell you, if your image is on point, but you smell, okay, you got, bad breath, ain't nobody gonna know that this is what that was an awesome. Ain't nobody gonna remember that you had on an awesome outfit. They're not gonna remember the look that you have. Able to see that through this particular podcast, it is very, very important that we understand our image and understand that personal hygiene plays a part in our image. Skincare plays a part in our image. Eye care, ear care, overall physical health plays a part in our image. The breath, if you get your eyebrows done, if you wear makeup, okay, if you're a stud that wears makeup, by all means, do you. But also make sure you keep your skin clean, because that makeup can mess up your skin as well. I'm not one who wears makeup, so I cannot give you any tips on that. But if you reach out to me and that's something you need, I have no problem going to find somebody who can help you. Okay. If you are one who wants to wear makeup and you just want more information about makeup, I don't wear it, but hey, I have no problem going to find somebody who does. That is just how I look at things. But again, personal hygiene, taking care of your hair, taking care of your skin, taking care of your insides so that the outside looks right. Let's all make sure we understand that. Let's also make sure that we take this conversation, because some people are going to hear this and they're going to go, it doesn't apply to me. That's perfectly fine. Okay. But somebody who it does apply to. Go take it to them. Let them know. Have this conversation offline, because it's very important that we as studs understand what our responsibility is to ourselves. So that if you want that masculinity and you want that roughneck look, or you want that soft stud look, you have to take care of your body. We have a feminine body. We have a female body. There's no getting around that. Okay. Unless you plan on chopping and changing and doing some things, and that's a whole different subject. That is not what we're talking about here. Okay. But if you're talking about, hey, I want to build my image, I'm going to tell you another thing that you can do. Go look at what you like. Go look at magazines. Go look at television shows. Go look at fashion shows. Go look at what other, and it's not even about what other studs are wearing. It could be what other men are wearing. It could be what other, it doesn't matter. Whatever you like, start looking at those things, looking out there for them, a lot of times you might think they cost a lot. They really don't. Okay. Let's not sleep on Fashion Nova for men. Let's not sleep on Shein. Those are some really excellent places. Don't sleep on Amazon. Hey, if you just looking for t-shirts, that could be your thing. If you're looking for graphic tees, go look at Hot Topic, go look at Spencer's, stuff of those things are online. They have really great tees. That might be your thing. Find what you like and make it who you want. Like, I have a lot of Big Bang Theory. I love Big Bang Theory, by the way. And I'm a big superhero person. So I got like Green Lantern, Superman, Batman. I am Batman. My cousin is Superman. And so that's what we do. We go and I've got Batman socks. I've got, the whole thing. So just mentally think about that in terms of what your image is, and understand that every time you walk out the house, you are a role model for other studs. Okay. Whether you like it or not, guys, that's really what we are, because there's a stud that's going to see your style, your look, your persona, your attitude, and your image, and go, I like that. I might take that. I like that little outfit. I like that. And they'll go reproduce it. It won't be the same, but they'll put their on it, their little oomph on it, their little whoop whoop, and it'll turn out to be something great for them. So understand that that's why you, every time you walk out the house, must look presentable, must look on point, because you want to. It makes you feel good. Okay. That's what we want to be able to do. Every day we walk out the house, let's feel good. Okay. My next episode that I'm doing is called Image and Accessories. So it's going to be much shorter than this one. This one's rather long. And I tell people all the time, you're going to have to take these in pieces because it is, I just do. I do it. I'm not proficient at this. I'm still learning, so bear with me, guys. But if you want to know more about what Real Boys Talk does, please hit up the website, realboystalk.org. We are on Facebook, and we are under, it's facebook.com/stud health. We are on Instagram under Real Boys Talk. So any of those things, please hit me up. If you have content that you would like for me to, you're a stud and you have a product, you have a business, you are doing the damn thing, you know, any of that, hit me up. It's realboystalk@gmail.com. I want to hear from you. I want to interview you. I also have an interview coming up with Armani Barnes. She is running for House District 86 in Georgia. We got to put her on, guys. We got to put her on. So we're going to talk about a lot more things, but thank you very much for tuning in for this image and skincare. You have a great day, great week, great month, great year. It's all about you, baby. I'm gonna holler at you.